Hi everyone, I'm Roy,
Boyle here.
and today on our Dad's Life podcast, we're gonna talk about dad's mental health. We're gonna go straight to it. So, what are the best practices right now for mental health? Would be self care, stay positive, and stress relief. Which we will walk you through that and tell you our own uh, advice and what we do nowadays that is helping us stay at least in the right path. So Pollo, is it a terrible mistake to have self care?
No,
Why?
you gotta have self care. You gotta put yourself first before you put others. Because if your mental your mind ain't set in there, it's just not gonna work out. It's not gonna be good for you.
Okay.
So I mean, if you're head of household and your mind's not right, then your wife's not gonna be there. Your kids ain't gonna be fully on board with you. You gotta be since you're head of household, you gotta be like on your game.
Mm,
You know
okay.
what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's something that you wake up every day and you got to go against a lot more people, right?
Yep.
And you got to be right. So okay. So for me is uh,
Is it terrible? Is it a terrible mistake to have self care?
no, because as what you mentioned, that your family really needs you, and more importantly, you need yourself to be right 100% every day. And for me personally, spiritually has to be right for me to be at the best uh, condition, strength, to take the opportunities that day. Because if my mental thing is still thinking about the past, then it's not going to allow me to be present.
Yeah.
And that for me is so important because my wife needs me, my kids need me, and then my best friends need me, and then my clients need me. So if I'm somewhere else and I'm not being present, um, that is gonna mess up my mind and my approach and everything that I'm doing. So, as self care, that is so important. Also, working out, right? Working out has been one of the biggest things. Waking up really early, go work out, whatever it is the workout that you do, just go do it. It is a big thing for you to tell yourself like, hey, I'm doing something for me, right? I'm getting stronger, I'm getting conditioned, I'm losing a couple of pounds here and there. You're just feeling better. When you feel better, everyone around you feel
Yes.
better. So that is one thing about self-care. It can be anything, just implement it every morning by yourself.
Yes.
Perfect. Are you against staying positive?
No, you got to stay positive
Why?
in every situation, regardless if it's a good situation or a bad situation. Because, like I said, if your mind's not focused, if your mind's not all there, and you start thinking negative and negative, it's just going to destroy your mental health even more. You're not going to come out from where you're at. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
no, but
want to you want to progress, not come back.
tell me more about staying positive, because again, staying positive, it can be a little gray area for people. So for you, what is staying positive? What do you tell yourself? Is it something you tell yourself? Is it something that you do?
So
What?
yeah, just take a deep breath, count from 10 backwards.
Hmm.
10, 9, 8, 7, and reapproach the situation again. And if it doesn't go work out for me, I rethink it.
Okay.
Rethink it, and then I just say to myself, you know what? I put it in God's hands. God, I ask you for help. I can't figure the situation out. I leave it in your hands.
Mm,
You know what's best for me, and that's it.
nice. That's good. Okay.
You know what I mean? You can't always. You're gonna destroy your mental health more if you break your head try to figure it out yourself.
There we go. There you go. So understanding when to give it to God.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, for you, do you think it's? Are you against staying positive?
No, I'm not. Because of the last 5 years in my life, how my life has changed, because being positive, staying positive, and practicing positivity every day has changed my life. And how that has occurred prior to that, I had a lot of negativity. I had a lot of excuses. I had a lot of it's their fault
Yeah.
type of thing. And like you just mentioned, I wanted to to control it or figure it out, break my head, and then and then tell myself, you see, I'm not worth it. I'm not worth it. So
But there's
stay.
some situations that you can't control. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's situations that you're not going to be able to control, and you just got to understand that. And as you get older and as you go through it more and more and more, you come to realize and understand that, hey, you know what? I can't. It's beyond my control. It's beyond my hands. I can't do it.
And learning how to, for me to say, God, it's in your hands now. That was so hard in the beginning because it felt like I wasn't being a man or being a dad. However, that's what God is our dad and our leader, our provider, our protector. And when I left it in his hands, before you know it, it got fixed. Before you know it, it got resolved. Before you know it, it got better. Before you know it, it's just the blessings started coming. So staying positive is so important. Telling yourself, hey, it's okay. God, please take care of this. Leave it in your hands. And then just move forward and have
Yeah.
faith that it's going to be taken care of. So the positivity can be verbal or it can be physical in the sense of your body language, right? You know the difference when someone is confident and positivity, they lean forward, they stand up straight, but when someone is negative or it's just sad or anything,
You
you
can
know,
sense. You'll sense their energy.
I don't know a lot of people that are happy that move slow, and I don't know a lot of people that are sad that move fast.
Yeah.
So for me, that's where you gotta see that too. I think it's very important to stay positive. And last question is it a bad idea to slow things down for your stress?
No.
Tell me some
You
more.
gotta slow things down.
Okay.
If you try to live that fast life all the time, it's just you're gonna lose yourself.
Mm,
You're gonna lose yourself more and more. Slow down. Bring it down. Bring it down to pace. You know what I mean?
okay. So what is some best practices in that particular area, like for stress relief?
Just take a minute to yourself. Think. Rethink things. Think of something that makes you happy. Think of your kids. Think of your wife. Think of something you're gonna do the weekend that you're looking forward to. Like you
Mm,
gotta get your mind off the problem that you're going through.
got it. Okay.
So get your mind off of it. And then once you come back with a fresh mind, then approach it again.
Mm, that's good. That's good.
Now, for you, do you think it's a bad idea to slow things down for your stress?
No.
Why?
That because you gotta see the situation. Taking a step back or maybe not taking a step at all and seeing it, you may see it a little bit clearer. For me, I take deep breaths, and also in the morning, I am intentional about my prayer and meditation. So that already is setting the tone for the day on my breathing, on my focus, on my mentality. And the best advice that I've ever gotten was like write things down on your calendar because you will always look forward for that.
Mm-hmm.
And you talked about vacations or the following weekend. We're gonna take a vacation soon. I'm excited, right? So I'm working really hard for that vacation to happen. And whenever we do mini events, our Friendsgiving, our Christmases, all those
Christmases.
things, it's just inspiring. For this is why I want to live. This is why I want to have my kids experience those things because is something that is such a great, memorable, and priceless moments that if we're not thinking about that, we underestimate how impactful it can be.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we see our kids growing, we're having conversations and we're having this and that, and you're like, man, it was only 5 years ago when
Yeah.
you weren't talking or anything like that. So it's so taking every day uh, with gratitude and taking every day not for granted um, is going to allow you to be inspired and be at least a little bit more joyful to open your eyes because you just never know. And you always hear you only live once. Yeah, but you only have one life.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
how are you gonna enjoy it? Are you gonna go fast or are you gonna take your time and enjoy it because you can't rewind? So um, that's for me, and these are our best practices. That's why we always hang out. We call each other. Those are sometimes our best things, therapeutic and stress
Yeah.
relievers, is calling each other and be like, "How are you doing?"
Communication
Yeah,
with somebody.
That's it. Who is closest to you right now that you can call and just probably saying I love you. Love you, bro. Love you too. Have a blessed day. Boom. You don't have to necessarily see each other, but a phone call can do a lot for you,
A lot.
and that can very helpful. Uh, supporting, also encouraging. You can do it. Don't worry about it. It's just something that it's also seeing each other. I just complimenting him, like, hey, I'm seeing you posting videos about working out. That's encouraging. That's encouraging to me, even though that's regular for me, even though that's I was effortless for me. Me seeing my best friend doing that is encouraging me even more to stay on top of my game.
Nah, that was hard,
So,
bro. It was hard.
oh, I know, I don't, and that is not to the point, but with two different
It
sizes.
wasn't hard. It was just like, are you ready for the criticism from people? But then again, I have it in my head like people are always gonna talk regardless,
Exactly.
good or bad.
And you sit fit. You see people that are
Even
very
when you're
fit.
even when you're dead, people are still gonna talk about you, bro.
So it's all good. It's just who the most important people that are in your life is what matters.
Yeah.
So you're doing it for the right reasons. So just keep doing it. And
Mhm.
also, how many more out there are just gonna be more inspired because of that?
Oh yeah.
That So again, it's just doing your thing, doing it with a smile on your face, and also doing it because you're doing it for self-care, staying positive, right? And stress relief. I'm telling you, you're gonna live a great life, and your wife or your partner is gonna know it. Your kids
Your
are gonna
kids are gonna
know
see
it, yeah, see it, and have a habit of that. Now you're preparing them for them to have their best life. So keep doing what you're doing. Don't get discouraged. Just pray, 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 and find the right people. Surround yourself with the right people to help the right people. Other than that, anything else?
Don't lose focus on your dreams.
Mm, don't give up.
Don't give up.
Don't matter how long it takes.
Sometimes we get caught up in just that tunnel vision. And so you just gotta stop and see the bigger picture around everything.
Yeah. So
Bring your walls down. It's
Yeah.
good once in a while. I mean, even though I know you're dedicated and you just want to get it done and get there, but pump your brakes. Bring those walls down and just enjoy the view.
Well, the saying is stop and smell the roses.
Stop and smell the roses.
Yeah. There you go, man. That's all. So have a blessed week, everyone. Take care. We'll see you next week.